Hello, my name is AlexisFitzpatric. Today our goal is to make the transition to the new building, integrating the computer systems, and to ensure that everyone has enough space to do their jobs in the most efficient and cost-effective manner possible. First of all, we definitely need new computers. To be the most efficient firm that we can, and to aid in sharing information, we need to change some of the current hardware, software, and policies that are in place at this time. All employees should be using the same technologies as well as following the same policies. This will aid in making the firm more efficient. I will start by telling you about the new computers that I have in mind. I would recommend that the company purchase Gateway 510P0 4U laptop computers. There are several reasons for this choice. The first being that, due to the effects that globalization is having on every aspect of the business world, it will be beneficial for the employees to have workstations that are portable so that they can be taken home or on business trips as needed. For instance, if an employee had to stay at home with a sick child, they could still log on with their laptop and work as circumstances allowed. Travel would be simplified because the employees could simply take their computer with them. They wouldn't have to worry about not being comfortable with using a different machine or finding the information they need because they would be using the same computer that they use every day. Also, if an employee needs to collaborate with a colleague on another floor, they can bring their workstation with them instead of transferring files or running back and forth. Even if we did purchase desktops, laptops would have to be purchased as well. I believe that this expense can be avoided by simply purchasing just the laptops. Meetings would be more efficient if all of the employees could bring their laptops to the meeting so that they would be able to refer back to current projects and to share accurate information about those projects. With accounting, it is imperative that the information is specific and correct. Gateway is a great choice because it is a reliable company with great customer service and they also have competitive prices. The model that I have selected retails for $499.99. It comes with the newest technology available. With the rate that information technology is accelerating, it is imperative to try to purchase the latest model available, keeping in mind that this model will probably not be the latest model in 6 months to a year. The Gateway NV510P0 4U laptops have the capacity to perform all of the tasks and run all of the apps and programs that the firm will need to. I wanted a quad-core processor for each machine to increase the speed at which tasks can be performed. With the quad-core, applications are not only faster but run more efficiently. The hard drive capacity is 1 terabyte and has a serial ATA hard drive interface with a speed of 5,400 RPMs. Each laptop is equipped with a 4 gigabytes of DDR3 or double data rate 3 SDRAM memory, which accelerates the speed of the computer further. The CPU is an Intel N3520 quad-core processor that runs at a speed of 2.17 gigahertz and has a 2 megabyte cache. Another feature that assists this machine with faster, smoother running times is the 64-bit processing capability. It has a DVD-RW drive, which will enable employees to easily install software and updates that cannot be downloaded from the internet. The screen is an Active Matrix TFT touchscreen enabled HD LCD with a 16:9 aspect ratio. Now that we know which computers we'll be using, we need to make sure that they have all the programs necessary for everyone in the firm to do their jobs well. I will present the software to you in the following categories: accounting, marketing, and additional software. For the accounting software, currently 2 programs are being used for accounting. We needed to pick just one that will be used by everyone. Another concern was that the program chosen needed to be in the latest version available. I chose Intuit QuickBooks for accounting as some of the employees are using it now, but I recommend an updated version. My choice was Intuit QuickBooks Premier 2014. It sells for a one-time payment of $1,399.96, but can be used on 5 computers. It requires Windows 8 64-bit, 2.0 gigahertz processor, 1 gigabyte of RAM, 1.5 gigabytes free hard disk space, 1000 by 24 by 768 screen resolution, and a 4x CD-ROM drive at the least. QuickBooks is a popular program in the business world and does offer additional software for other parts of the business, such as payroll or other functions. For the marketing software, since I chose not to purchase Macs as the marketing department requested, I wanted to find outstanding software to allow them to do their jobs efficiently. I chose the Corel Draw Graphics Suite version X6. It is available at Staples Online for $103.99 per machine. The suite contains Corel Draw, Corel Photo Paint, Corel Power Trace, Corel Website Creator, Corel Capture, Corel Connect, Photo Zoom Pro 2, and Concept Share. It also has a WYG design environment and supports RSS feeds, CSS, XHTML, PHP, ASP.NET, Cold Fusion, and JSP technologies. To run properly, Corel Draw requires an Intel Pentium 4 or higher processor, 1.5 gigabytes of free space on the hard disk, 1 gigabyte of RAM memory, a DVD-ROM optical drive, 1024 by 768 screen resolution, a mouse, and Internet Explorer 7 or higher. It also contains learning tools and tutorials so that the user can learn how to use the product to the fullest of its capacity. This will save the company from purchasing additional training software or scheduling group training sessions. The employees can simply follow the tutorials and view the tips at their own pace. There are multiple trays that allow the user to work on multiple projects at once, which will help to ensure that the marketing team has the ability to get all of their projects done quickly and efficiently. This product seems ideal for the firm based on functionality and value for price. I believe that with the right software, the marketing team will be able to do their jobs well without the additional expense of Mac computers. As mentioned previously, I believe that purchasing Mac computers is not the best option for the company at this time. Most of the employees are already using PCs and familiar with Windows. Changing the operating system as a whole instead of upgrading to a newer version seems to be a change that just isn't necessary. The marketing department has an important role in the success of the company. However, this is an accounting firm, and the laptop should be purchased with the functionality for all of the employees to do their jobs well and to adjust it to the recent merger with as little fuss as possible. For the additional software, my only recommendation would be that I believe Microsoft Office Home and Business 2013 would be an asset just so we have the basic components available. There is a professional version that's also available, but since this is an accounting firm, I don't find it necessary for each laptop to have Microsoft Access and Publisher as well. The marketing department will be getting their own software, so these two programs really are unnecessary. Microsoft Home and Business 2013 has Word, Excel, OneNote, PowerPoint, and Outlook. It requires a 64-bit processor with an SSE2 instruction set, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 3 gigabytes of available space on the hard disk, and a screen resolution of 1024 by 756. It is stated that these programs work best with the Windows 8 operating system, but will also run adequately with Windows 7. The specifications also state that the program requires a touchscreen-enabled device to use the multi-touch functionality that the program offers. The Gateway laptops that I have recommended meet all of the requirements for the optimum performance of this program. It is available from Microsoft Online for $219.99. This price is for use on only one computer. For a browser, it used to be that when someone asked you which browser you used, you would look at them and reply that of course you have Internet Explorer because that was the most popular browser in the past and still is. However, there are many more options available now that are very competitive with Internet Explorer. I would recommend that only the marketing team have Internet Explorer due to the fact that they require it to run their marketing software. I would recommend using Google Chrome for the rest of the Office due to the fact that it is user-friendly on so many different platforms like cell phones, tablets, and laptops. The main reason for this being is that a lot of cell phones are able to access most of the Google programs, unless, of course, you have an iPhone. It also has functions such as ability to remember common words, phrases, addresses, and phone numbers that you frequently enter into your computer. Then, if the site you're on allows it, Chrome is able to give you a list of options to fill in the blanks on certain things without having to retype things over and over, such as your name or phone number. It also runs Gmail, which is the email address that a lot of people use. I also find that the settings menu is much easier to access and customize than in Internet Explorer. For security, I chose the Norton 360 2014 version, which is available for $49.99 right now. It is a $40 savings for 1 year of protection. They also offer Norton Virus Removal Assurance for $8.99 a year. It comes with 2 gigabytes of online backup and 24/7 customer service and support, which is available by phone, email, or live chat. It prevents threats such as viruses and spyware from damaging your system, guards against online threats, prevents high-threat spam and phishing sites from gaining access to private information, prevents hackers from gaining access to your data, and performs backup and encryptions to keep the files secure. This software also has a feature that tracks website activity. This is a good feature to have if you're worried that employees are using the internet for things other than work-related activity. For the physical security, it seems like we always think about protecting our computers from viruses and crashing, but often we forget to put a plan in action to protect them from physical damage or theft. I would recommend that the firm also put in place measures to keep their hardware safe from theft or other damage. When the employees are issued their laptops, they will be asked to sign a contract acknowledging that they received that computer and taking responsibility for keeping their laptop safe from damage, except for accidental damage that couldn't have been prevented. They must also agree that when they take the computer out of the office for travel or to complete work from home, that it is their responsibility to ensure that the computer is kept secure and safe from damage to the best of the employee's ability. If the employee should fail to keep the computer safe, they will be responsible for the replacement of that computer. Should this situation arise, the final decision as to what needs to be done will be decided by the management team and handled as they see fit for each set of circumstances. If the employee should fail to reimburse the firm for damages that are caused due to negligence, there will be recriminations up to and including termination and/or criminal charges. While in the building, the machines will be covered from theft under the company's insurance policy. The most important part of security is making sure that everyone is doing all that they can to ensure the safety of the equipment. For the operating system, we all know that with the rate that technology is moving at, it is a good idea to use the most current system available. The Gateway laptops come with Windows 8, which works best with a touchscreen computer and is made to work with Microsoft's Office suites. This operating system is fairly different from Windows 7 and does take getting used to. Since the laptops have touchscreen capabilities, I thought it best to have an operating system that utilizes this capability. To run Windows 8, the processor on the computer must run at a speed of 1 GHz or faster and support PAE, NX, and SSE2. It also requires 2 GB of RAM for a 64-bit and 20 GB of hard disk space. The screen resolution of the monitor should be between 1024 by 768 and 1366 by 768. For the network operating system, the Gateway computers that I selected do come equipped with the Atheros WB335 wireless LAN manager. To connect all of the computers to a wireless client-server network, which is my recommendation, we will need to purchase 6 wireless routers and switches, 1 for each floor that is in use for the employees. I would recommend that we purchase Cisco wireless security routers. If we are working with sensitive information, we should have routers that are security enabled so that we know we're doing all that we can to protect our clients' sensitive information. These routers sell for $1,152.99 each at Staples. I believe that this would be a good investment for the company, and that since we are running a wireless network, we will be able to keep the structural integrity of the building intact. Also, since we aren't purchasing any hardware for a wired network, it would make sense to get the best router that we can. I would recommend that for a network, as I stated before, the firm use a client-server network system, a wireless client-server network system. Currently, the employees are using a peer-to-peer network. I believe that they should change to a wireless client-server network. The difference between a peer-to-peer or P2P network and a client-server network is that with a P2P network, all of the computers are connected together. However, with the use of a wireless client-server network, when all of the computers are connected to the internet, they are all considered servers in the network, and the internet is considered to be the client. Excuse me. By using a wireless client-server network, I believe that the security will be higher due to the fact that all of the machines aren't linked together. This way, if one computer is infected with a virus, it won't be able to pass it on to other machines that it is connected to. For backup, Gateway offers a variety of support services. I would recommend that we purchase the upgrade from Gateway that is called Extend Your Warranty. They also offer the ability to order replacement parts for their machines online. Their system recovery program allows the user to access a second partition on the hard drive where files are stored to restore software that came pre-installed on the laptop. You can also create backup disks in case the method first mentioned should fail to work due to damage. For additional devices, I would like to include a wireless keyboard and mouse for each laptop to maximize ergonomic comfort when the employee is working for long periods of time at their workstations. The Logitech MK550 cordless desktop Wave wireless keyboard and mouse sell for $56.09 a piece at Staples. I also think that each workstation should be equipped with a USB hub to ensure that each employee has plenty of USB ports to run any additional devices. The Belkin 4-port USB 2.0 thumb hub sells for $24.95, also at Staples. With the wireless keyboard and mouse, 2 of the 3 existing USB ports will be occupied. Adding the USB hub will make 6 USB ports available. That way, when the wireless keyboard and mouse are in use, there are still 3 open USB ports available. We will also need to have printers. We will need to purchase a total of 10 printers. There will be 2 printers on each floor, and 5 employees will share one printer. I advise that we not purchase 1 printer for each employee due to the fact that so much of the information we share now is digital. I selected the Epson Workforce WF3520 Color Inkjet All-in-One printer. It retails at Staples for $149.99 each. Since these are all-in-one printers, they also have the capability to scan, fax, and copy. And this will also eliminate the need to go out and buy separate scanners, fax machines, and copiers. For the cell phone policy, we don't really have one now, so along with the security of the company goes the policy for cell phone usage in the workplace. My recommendation would be to allow the employees to use their cell phones while working at their desks, provided that their usage is not disrupting their fellow employees. Also, the phones should be kept on silent or vibrate. During meetings, however, cell phones will not be allowed at all. Meetings are a time for brainstorming, problem solving, and collaboration. This means employees being totally focused on what they are trying to accomplish. And this is not an easy feat if you are worried about responding to a text message on your phone. The employees should show up for meetings with their laptops and any other information that they will need and leave their cell phone in a secure place at their workstation. This cell phone policy will be strictly enforced, and the management team will be the ones to determine if there has been a breach in the policy. If an employee is found to be not in compliance with the policy, the management team will also decide whether or not that particular employee will be allowed to continue having their phone when working. This could include recriminations up to and including termination. The reason for the policy being enforced in such a manner is that we believe that employees that are compliant with policies shouldn't have to suffer for the mistakes of a few. This is why the policy will be enforced in the manner described previously. Along with the cell phone policy, I think it would be prudent to add an internet policy as well. Any internet activity over 5 minutes long should be for work-related purposes only. This policy will be enforced by the management team as well on a case-by-case procedure. As to where the employee's workstation should be set up and where everyone should work, I think that the first floor of the new building should be used for a reception area and that the other rooms on that floor should be utilized for meetings and conferences. The second, third, fourth, and fifth floors should be used for the firm's accounting and management departments, with 10 employees per floor. The sixth floor will be where the marketing team is set up. The reason for this would be that the marketing team is the only department that doesn't deal directly with accounting. They should have their offices on the top floor so that the accountants are on consecutive floors. Thank you for taking the time to view my presentation. I look forward to receiving your thoughts and feedback. Thank you.